Joining us now are Anna and Joe, and we're going to be talking about music and Montauk. Hello, and how are you both?
Hello, we're doing great. Thank you.
Good, good. Now, Anna, you and I met in Montauk. We met at the Montauk Music
Yes.
Festival, but I wasn't listening to you play. I was just kind of like watching you eat, okay?
Yeah.
And I thought that you like had the most elegant posture. I had no idea that you were this wonderful pianist. When did music and piano playing start for you?
It started really early. Both of my parents are musicians. So my mom started teaching me whenever I start walking, probably. Maybe like 3.
Okay. And your music's taken you all over the world. Yeah, yeah, amazing. And Joe, your music career, right, being a guitarist, tell us about your journey. How did you start?
Well, I started playing piano when I was 7 years old.
Okay.
We lived in Rockville Center, and we always went to Montauk in the summers. So I met Anna about 3 years ago in Manhattan at Francis Tavern, which is actually the oldest restaurant in Manhattan. We met there, and we decided to play together. So we've been a duo for the last few years. We played at
Fabulous.
that music festival.
You did. And Montauk Music Festival is really like one of the premier music festivals. It's pretty impressive, right? I think they have, they've done it many different years, but the two people running it are really dedicated to the music, right? They're not there just to make the money. They're there about supporting musicians and making, new connections happen. And somehow you were telling me that you're going to be doing a film. What's going on with this film?
Well, we decided to, I guess it came from our band video.
Okay.
We wanted a bigger concept, more an interesting thing than just doing a quick music video. So I knew a director, he's in Atlanta now, his name's Ronan O'Sullivan. I met him in Montauk a long time ago. He has a few films in the film festivals now, like the LA Festival. They were just nominated. He has a movie, Ruin, and he's in Atlanta now. So
Okay.
he decided to direct our movie, and it's actually a sci-fi story.
Interesting.
Anna plays, she's from another planet, a utopian perfect planet,
Aha.
and it's amazing. We're going to talk all about that. But she comes to Montauk to help guide me toward my physics theory, which she's sending her 2 daughters as well. So they come to Montauk, and that's our story.
Now, Joe, talking about, you mentioned the word physics. We had this great conversation because I said to you that my son Matthew is into physics, and he said that physics is embedded in his heart. Now, when you talk about physics, you know a lot, right? Tell me about that. Tell me about that physics background that you have. You can brag about yourself a little bit because that's what the TV show's about, right?
It's interesting. I went
Okay.
to Stony Brook. I studied mechanical engineering. I was on the World Trade Center for 7 years, the New World Project, and I took physics as well. And I've always loved that the creative side, instead of just like studying and becoming a professor someday and, talking about what's known and teaching, I think most professors, though, actually have some element of creativity. And I bet your son as well, too. You study it, you learn it, undergrad, then maybe get a master's degree. At some point, you're going to start to, try to solve some of the mysteries that are out there. 2 big ones are dark matter.
Okay.
Galaxies, they don't behave Newtonian gravity as the solar system does, so they don't really know what's going on there. There's a lot of matter, and it doesn't have any, place in the standard model of particle physics. So I've worked on that, black holes. And the other big mystery in physics is the 4 forces of nature really don't, aren't related. Gravity has no relation to electromagnetism.
Interesting.
So I've worked on these I've thought about for 20 years, Donna. This
And
is
now
what the
there's
movie's
going to be a
about.
creative twist because that is kind of the basis for this new science fiction movie, correct?
Right.
Sci-fi. Do you know what your character's name is?
Liara.
Lovely. I love science fiction.
I'm a president of the planet.
Oh, you're the president of the planet.
Yep.
Okay. Not just any normal being, but the president of the planet. So now that you are talking about the galaxies, what are we in store for? How are you going to be shooting this? Montauk has a lot of mystery on its own, right?
Right.
So you're doing some there and some in Manhattan, right?
Yes,
So what
yes.
are we in store for?
Well, so Liara sends her 2 daughters, and then
Okay.
she comes later to Earth to help guide me to get this physics theory published. Like, how do you do that? And we meet, actually, we have a lot of conversations in Montauk at all the local establishments, and we're inviting some A-list celebrities that are in the Hamptons onto the show as well. So the dialogue that we have with them is really interesting. Like, let's say we invite Jerry Seinfeld, and I introduce Anna to them and say, this is Liara from the planet Hadronia. Seinfeld says, "This is my wife Nancy from the planet Oyster Bay." That kind of thing, you know. So
It's a little lighthearted, a little bit fun,
Yeah.
and very scientific. And I was able to listen to some of your classical pieces too that you have on your website. And you know, it's just so wonderful the way that you're able to like glide over the keyboard.
Yeah.
It's really impressive. So, Joe, is there going to be music? Are you guys going to be playing in this
yeah.
piece? Oh, yeah?
yeah, we'll make the soundtrack
You're
to the
doing
film
like
as well.
composing.
Yeah,
You're going to be
absolutely.
composing special pieces. I think.
Yes, yeah.
It sounds wonderful. Who are some of the other people that are definitely involved? Like, do you have a couple of people that you're definitely?
The star of the film will be Tia Barr. She's an actress in LA, born in Santa Cruz, grew up in Maui, and then graduated from the, Hollywood Academy of Arts and studied acting her whole life. So I
Great.
met her in New York as well, and she's interested. And we've done some, shooting together to get ready for this as well. She's actually shooting The Bold and the Beautiful right now in LA.
I know, because she was supposed to maybe come on with you,
Right, she would love to.
I know,
yeah.
but give her my best. But yeah, it's hard sometimes when you're working in this industry, in the creative industry, because like I know you gig all over the world. You guys are gigging together, right? And it's just like we try. But if that guy's in Georgia and you need crew, obviously there's 20 other people here that are all surrounding me that are super gifted, and some of them are big sci-fi fans. So
Really?
yeah,
That's interesting. That's
really big
great.
sci-fi fans,
Sounds
So,
great.
there you go. So I thank you. Thank you both for joining us. Wish you continued success on your journey. And what's the title of this project?
The Planet. So in East Hampton, Donna, we used to call Montauk the Planet.
Yeah.
You have the Napeague Stretch there.
Sure.
So in high school, everyone would say, "Hey, you gonna go out to the Planet tonight?" It was our name for Montauk. That's
Got
where
it.
it came from.
That's
But
where it
it
came
works with Liara's Planet as well.
It does. Thank you so much. Please stay tuned. I love filmmakers. I love creative people. And I thank you in our audience for watching and tuning in week after week to just see who our guests are. And isn't it going to be exciting when we're able to actually see the planet? Be well.